This time it's a little bigger question. You have to choose 2 answers. Be watchful. You have to choose 2 answers. Choose 2 answers.
A team member has been offered a new opportunity and will be
Bit tough question. Eh? You have to choose 2 answers, right? Bit tricky. Okay, I got few answers here. First, ask to you. Who is being targeted in this question? Who?
Team member, sir.
Team.
For who? It is a team member, whole team, right? It could be 10 member, 15 member team. What is the tense of the question?
Present.
Present tense.
As a key team member has been offered a new opportunity and will be leaving. Will be leaving. So it's a present. Currently it's happening. Can I say like that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then what else we have to check? One is who. Next one is tense. What is
Intensity.
intensity? What is it? A high, low?
High.
Why it is high?
Because he is
Medium,
having
medium, exactly.
team person is leaving.
Detrimental.
Okay, if this guy goes out, it's going to be very expensive for this team. Is this true? Time, money, something is going to be, it's going to impact the project deliverables. Something like this mentioned in the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The team is looking for a replacement but is unable to find anyone with the same level of skills. This team member has been with the project since its beginning. Let's imagine the project started, they given date also, which is over 1 year ago. 1 year ago, this guy is standing with us. And a lot of knowledge and skills that the team members lack. This is a problem. Which 2 actions? 2 actions should the team take to ensure, this is the key part, continuity. Continuity. Imagine this project is going to go for another 2 years. 2 years. Just an example. Continuity. So which means this guy going out is expensive. It's going to be severity high. High. Can I say high? Or you want to say
Yes.
low?
High.
High. So you need a solution. Yeah, you need a solution. Okay, not a suggestion, a solution. Who tends intensity? What is the next one you have to check?
Last line.
Last line. Okay. What is the last line is asking? I think that's what we read now. 2 actions a team should take, not as a manager, as a team. Of course, manager is also part of the team, but as a group, we have to think. Very good. What is the next one?
Elimination technique.
Elimination.
Elimination. Okay, now we read this. Now let's go for elimination. I believe you understood the question. First, I ask to you, is it a scenario seen in any part of the world, any company, any domain?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is very common question. Why I want to show
Common
this is,
scenario.
it's a very common. For this, you don't need a great IT knowledge. You don't need to be artificial intelligence qualified. You don't need to be expert on manager. Yeah, a basic knowledge. If somebody goes out, what to do, how to do. But as a team, not individually, you think. You as a team, you have to think. Now let's work on elimination. Since they give 2 choices, because of that, they given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items they given. If not, it will be always 4. Now it is multiple response, I given 5. Now elimination will help you a lot. If you can eliminate 2 answers, you are pretty close because you're going to make 2 choices, isn't it? So 2 are right answers. First, let's start with the number 1. Any one item you feel totally irrelevant, doesn't make sense at all. Take time, read carefully. After discussing this question, now your brain will tell this doesn't make sense because it's not going to solve the problem.
C.
I think C.
C.
Yeah, okay. Inform the team manager that unless they find someone soon, it could be detrimental to the project. Okay. So why we thought C is to be eliminated? Any reason? I like that, but any reason?
I think the question says 2 actions which needs to be taken, and informing team members manager, I think it's already known if somebody is leaving. So
Exactly. Informing is just a news telecasting.
Yeah.
That's not going to help. Huh? Is it understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You're giving a news. Hey, tomorrow it's going to rain. Okay. That's okay. What's up? So kind of informing the team doesn't make sense. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Since I heard this, I'll put it off. Because I have some people choosing C also as the right answer. So I'm just putting off. I'm not saying which one is right now. I'm just doing what you guys are saying. Okay. C I'm pulling out. Which is a good job. Now you have 4 items. In this 4, 2 is the correct answer. Still, one more will be there slightly wrong. Not totally wrong, slightly wrong. Do you see any one answer slightly wrong?
B.
B.
D for Delhi,
B for
B for
boy.
Bravo. Boy.
boy, Bombay. Okay. Discuss the risk of key dependencies resignation in the next team retrospective. Why this is not a good answer?
Just discussing nothing. Yes, that is needed, but there is no solution as such or nothing coming out of it.
Hmm. And
Just
also, will it help? Will they do this in retrospective?
No, they will not be doing in retrospective.
Okay. Retrospective is a place to talk what? What they talk in retrospective?
Past.
What went well
What
or
what
what
you
went
went
wrong
bad?
during the sprint of
What were the impediments?
Okay. In a project, we talk, hey guys, last 20 days we worked together. Last 10 days we worked together towards a goal. In this goal, while achieving, what went well? What can be improved? Right? Again, this ask, discuss a risk of a key dependency resignation in the next team retrospective. There, discussing, will it give an answer? First, they will discuss, that's a question mark. If they discuss, can I find an answer there? That's a question mark. Okay. Kapila says, not solving the problem. Kapila, why you think it's not solving the problem? Because you're discussing. While discussing, you may get an answer also, right? Discussing doesn't mean you stop there. You may get an answer also. Why you thought it's not solving the problem?
We are discussing about the person who have resigned, right? Is what is the meaning of this dependencies resignation in the next team retrospective?
Does it make sense, huh? The sentence doesn't make sense, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
See, this guy
And
is resigned. It's
yeah.
a issue has happened. It's not a risk to
Hmm.
be. Okay. I see the point. I understand that. You say that, man, what way it makes sense to talk about that there?
Yeah.
Uh,
And
uh,
as you mentioned that we have to focus on the last line. What is the problem? So this is not solving the problem at all. It is understood by us that this is given as a solution to confuse us. So it should be out.
Super good. You got that point. Nice to know. Anand, you're saying something there. Looking back. Okay. Looking back doesn't help us. It's the point from you.
and also
Okay.
risk is something which could happen in future. Discussing the risk, right? But
Okay.
there it has happened already, past.
It's an issue now. It's not a risk, it's an issue.
Uh,
Okay. Got you. All right. B and C, I'm saying people are pulling it out, which is a good job right now. Now you have 3 answers. Now you are very close to the answer. Now I'll tell you in main exam how it works. So even though we are taking 10-15 minutes for one question, in main exam, you will take only 60 seconds or 1 minute. Your brain will process faster. The reason I'm taking time here is to make you to set the track in your brain. First, you have to understand who, tense of the question, intensity of the question, last line, and elimination. Now, this will work well. Okay. Where elimination comes in, you may eliminate 2 answers. 2 is out. Now, finding the last answer purely goes by your knowledge, experience, and instinct. So you said instinct? Yeah, it also works. It also works. You have your knowledge of car driving. You have the experience of car driving. But some people have that instinct. There'll be a cut like this. There'll be done like this. They make a right move, left move perfectly. Some drivers will be surprised without heavy jerk in the car, they can move the car effectively, or a bus or a train. The reason is it's their ability. So here you start showing your difference. This is so hard to put it in the books. It is so hard to explain to someone. That's why you will call Sundar Pichai sitting there as a CEO. You may be surprised why this guy is sitting there. When we have many people in this world, why this guy to be there? Why Elon Musk is able to think like that? That's a spark. That spark you can't see in the book. That spark you can't see anywhere. It's you, individually you. So a question answering main exam, you can go up to this point. From this point, it's your individuality. I'm not saying here you have to do this immediately, right now, today, but I'm saying in main exam, this is how it works. That's where you find your difference. But my responsibility is to take you to that point. From that point, you have to jump and do something. So let's do that right now. Okay. Since we came to the last targeting area, now we have 3 answers. In these 3 answers, elimination is going to be tough for you because you come to last 3. The last 3 all may look good. Now let's go for the best answer out of it. So far you did elimination, right? Let's find the best answer out of it. Out of these 3, which you think could be the best candidate for being a good answer?
D and E.
D is the best candidate. Best
D.
answer. D for dog.
D.
Is Delta.
Okay.
Delta.
D. Why this looks the best based on the last line of the question? Why?
Knowledge transfer is the most important thing,
Okay.
and we
Shed.
need to know. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That 1 year's journey, what this guy has done, all that can be transferred to transferred, so that he can at least not 100%, but some that sounds like a solution. At least even if 80% of the knowledge is transferred correctly,
Okay.
the new
Very
person can be skilled.
Very good. Very good. Do anyone agree with this word is pretty strong? Schedule. What schedule means?
Plan for that.
It's strong schedule. What schedule means?
Fix it.
Yeah. You fix a time, isn't it? We are not talking in the air. We are fixing it. Fixing it. Because you know your project should continue. I think this is the key point, right? The last line says that 2 actions should a team take to ensure it is not this person is scheduling. Your team also should be available to listen to that. Is this true? A knowledge transfer guy will give a knowledge and run away. Not like that, right? When I say team, as a team, I am available to listen. As a team, he or she is available to transfer the knowledge. So to ensure the project continuity, this is very key here. Last line, this is very key. Ensure continuity. You are not giving knowledge transfer of last 1 year and run away. No. You have to talk for future also because this guy knows much about the project. He or she knows much about the project. She have to sit and talk. Next 3 weeks, this is going to happen. Next 1 month, it's going to happen. Last 6 months, this has happened. So you need a proper transfer of knowledge. So as I listen for many, D looks a decent, good candidate for the answer. So let's keep the flag high there. Now we are almost close. Now you did 2 elimination, pulled out, saying that 1 doesn't make sense by informing. 1 is sentences doesn't make sense, gone. Watch out in main exam, PMI purposefully will make mistakes in the sentence. They make a wrong English words. They make a wrong combination of sentence. While reading itself, you will get a feel something wrong. Back it up. Cross out. Best way to cross out. Now you did 2 out, you did 1 in. Okay. Now comes a super tough competition. Now between A and E, you have to digest what you listened in the question. Now you have to go back to the question. I'll tell you how to do in the exam, in the main exam. I'll tell you how to do in the exam, in the main exam. Okay. I feel very bad to hear my own echo voice. Okay, coming back here, in main exam, what will happen is you will come to this point. As I said, instinct will work. At the same time, I will expect, don't stay only in the answers. Don't struggle here itself. After you come to the last 2 answer, last 1 answer, now go back to the question. Now read the question one more time. Chances are your brain already would have processed all this information. Your brain needs one final spark. You get that final spark when you read the question again. By the way, not every question in exam will look like this. It's just a sample. Just I want to twist you, so I give this kind of question. If not, very normal question also will come there. So now you have to read this question again. A key team member has been offered, okay, a new opportunity and will be leaving the project team. Okay, the plan is there, leaving. The team is looking for a replacement but is unable to find anyone with the same level of skills. We don't know what is the level, but that level is not there. This team member has been in the project since the beginning, which is almost 1 year ago, and has a lot of knowledge. It's not about number of years. Knowledge is very high, and skills that other team members lag. We don't have it. The question is, which two will help to improve the continuity or produce a continuity? So you all said D looks good. Now let's move to the next set of first two answers we have to choose. Now read these two answers carefully. Get one sparking word which will help you to keep up the continuity in a format which is current in the market. Just read two answers and let know in your chat or in a voice message. Let me know which one is good.
A is good.
Mm-hmm.
A is good because we are recording the sessions and that can have a continuity.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What I think,
Record.
but what I think I won't opt for A is because D, you already have scheduled some knowledge transfer sessions. So why do you need to have, I mean, more or less the same, but if you have some member who is having, good skill sets for the task which are needed, maybe in one person you may not find that. So the person who is departing and has worked with that team, who knows what is the skill set of the other members, that could benefit maybe the project.
Adding to it, Shri, in the option A, it is saying as record the session. So every time to continue for the project continuity, we cannot keep on uh, see the sessions, right? Again, we are wasting our time as well. But some of the other skills will be having other resources, other team members. They will be having it. But if we are using the sessions, the recorded sessions again and again, that will not help because one or the other scenarios will be different, right? Going forward in the project.
Why are you
One of the assumptions.
why are you
Actually, from my perspective, since the project continuity, we selected D, schedule the knowledge transfer. Means, so someone should be there, now existing team who can have some skill set so that immediately they can schedule the knowledge transfer until hire the new person. So that is E suitable, yeah, from my perspective.
Okay, I see Pausha has also hands up there. Let's listen to her. Pausha?
Yes. So I'll say first, why not A? A says create a new work item in the product backlog to interview the departing team member and record the sessions. It's just recording the session basically. But when it comes to E, I mean, it is better for the to ensure project continuity happens. Another team member has to be nominated for that skill set to be taken forward. So that is why it is E.
But I would say yeah, because recording these sessions, everything is in our control, and that can give good amount of knowledge, for the continuity of the project. But E is again we are putting the ball in his court, and we are uncertain whether the team member is available, not available, with good skills, and he may nominate or not nominate, not sure.
Okay. So we are
certainty.
We're throwing the ball on him and say that you nominate a person.
And they very clearly in the question they say that there is no person with a good that kind of skills now.
Okay, you got the point. Okay, look like a point. Let's listen. Okay, nice. I like that discussion. Hemant, what do you have?
No, I just needed your suggestion regarding the first point. Do we add this thing in the product backlog? Are we supposed to use this? Because in the product backlog, we are not. My assumption, I'm saying, I might be wrong in this. How can we add this item into the product backlog because this has to be discussed out of the sessions, right?
Yeah.
Is my assumption.
Yeah, that's a good ask. You have to recall something we learned part of the class called risk adjusted backlog, if you remember it. One of the risk in this team is right now someone is going out and this person has amazing knowledge and we need that knowledge to be carried. Now, there is an opportunity. You can add as a backlog item telling that we need this information. When it's an interview could be not to talk about how are you, what is happening. It could be certain specific technology, specific domain knowledge, specific feature which need to be delivered, which this person possesses that knowledge. Could be an interview, could be a discussion where they understand. For example, let's imagine Zoom. In Zoom, 4K video recording should be done. And X person has a knowledge in that. And this person moving, will they do an interview to collect the 4K HD video or 4K video, how this will be done or what should be done in the upcoming 6 months? And this discussion would be recorded and that will be part of your backlog stored information. This is my upcoming work item. For that work item, we need this information. So it's called risk adjusted backlog. For information, if you go to Agile books, you will see something called risk adjusted backlog, which means you can bring this one of the item. Of course, it's not a deliverable, but it is one of the risk item which you can add because in Agile, you don't have a special risk register. Rather, they keep everything inside the backlog. So chances are you bring it here. But I go with the debate here. Okay, I go with the debate here because I do hear from people who said E makes more sense because I feel that a departing team member has better knowledge. This guy has to choose other person. I also hear from Shafiq, I believe Shafiq, right? He mentioned that, hey, you
Yes.
already said in the question, there is a lack of person. When you say lack of person, why you are calling E again? Do anyone feel that spark? You already said in the question lack. Then why you ask, when you say lack, you are throwing the ball at him, tell them find somebody. And also making someone to find it, do you think it can even go wrong? Possible? Possible, right? Both are possible. But still, it stands here. Now, let's see how it goes here. I have two set of people. One say E is a good answer, A is a good answer. Both looks better. But some of you will argue with me, Shri, D already we scheduled knowledge transfer session, isn't it? Then why again for A? Yeah, it's a good thing. Both can be a superset and subset. I will not say both are different. Superset and subset. When I say schedule knowledge transfer can happen for the whole time of 1 year. What all this person has done it could be a proper official knowledge transfer. On that, a subset could be a specific area. They do an interview on that particular subject, knowledge, domain, technology, implementation, errors, bugs, customer communication. They do certain portion of it and have it preserved. This also can help. I can live with one answer also. If you remove A, I can also live with a D. That's fine because D and A look like a superset and a subset. Whereas when you go to E, like we heard here, ask the departing team member, we are putting little more pressure on a person who have to look out somebody who is knowledgeable when no one is available. It's going to become a little more tricky now. It's going to bring some priority problem. It's going to bring some conflict within the team if I do this. So I may expect my leadership team to make a call rather putting the ball on his court. Do anyone feel like that? I think it's a responsibility of leadership. Rather, we put the ball on this guy.
No.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. If you have an answer, please go ahead.
Well,
I'm not going.
what I feel is that the departing team member usually goes with some responsibility, and usually when they continue to keep that responsibility of handovering the job, especially when it happens in D, where he does the knowledge transfer. When he really finds out a person who has that little much of ability to take up the task, what he is going to teach him in the knowledge sessions, then
Yeah.
it might help the project to continue with the course of the
Okay.
action which needs to be done. But
Okay.
because the question itself says that other team members lack, that's in where this
Yeah.
create a new work item comes.
That's the problem comes. See, thanks for the good answer there. I will live with this answer. I live with this. I don't even want to consider this answer. I leave it this answer itself. But both are look like brother and sisters. Okay, that's how it goes. It doesn't make a big difference. It's all superset, subset. In the same meeting, you do another meeting. That's how it's happening. Whereas rightly you point out the member lacks. Let's see the answers also. Important project knowledge should be stored and accessible. Important project knowledge should be stored and accessible for the team. Knowledge can be explicit or tacit. Explicit knowledge can be documented easily and stored, but tacit information benefits from discussion and elaboration between project team members. Tacit is the way of thinking, the way of doing, a critical problem solving. For example, in Indian cricket team, we had as a captain MS Dhoni. People say, man, he's a good decision maker. Even though many players played with him, no one could get his way of decision making. Maybe some book knowledge can be there, but tacit, this is tacit knowledge, right? It's his style. No one can take it. Even though you live with him, sleep with him, or have food with him, you can't get it. It's his skill. So, but tacit information benefits from discussion. But when you do some sort of discussions and elaboration, chances are you may get some idea. You can't get totally, but some idea you can get. A recorded interview with a team member and subsequent knowledge transfer session. So what I was pointing out is A and D are brother and sister here. At the same time, it is a combination of some key area where you have to record and store it. If not other area, it will be a conversation. But I won't argue too much for these two answers. Both are almost same. E goes out. The one reason is don't want to put the responsibility on this guy. I would give to some leadership person to have to consider it, because here there could be some partiality, bias could happen. If I bring a person to do that, chances are that could happen. So for that reason, they bring leadership to decide how things can be chosen. Also, question says lack. That also pulls this answer back. This question we discuss at least 15-20 minutes. Okay, in a main exam, you're not going to do like this. You're going to do in 60 seconds or 1 minute, 27 seconds, which is around 80 seconds. Now, when I saw the answers, you all chose the answer within 40 seconds. 30-40 seconds, I started getting the answers. And everyone here, at least you made one right answer. Or some of you made a totally right. Which means your brain is processing really well. Feel really happy. Your brain processed very well because you did the question reading quicker and you went to 4 or 5 answers and you went to the right answer. I saw mostly people went to D, which means your brain knows this particular line is important. You read this line carefully. You read this line, ensure continuity. To ensure continuity, you understood knowledge transfer is important. It's very evident in your brain. That's pretty good. Whereas when it comes to other area, some keywords like this will spark that thought process. That's a way. By the way, the purpose of sharing this kind of question is to make you to look a question from different angle. You can even debate, Shri, A and D looks a pathetic answer, man. I have a different answer. Yes, you can. But my intention is not to fight on that. Rather, how to look at the question. How to see from PMI Institute model. What they're looking from you. That's the intention of this discussion. Have you got something out of it? Last 2 questions? Some learning? Yeah? Yeah, I know some of you new to this
Yes.
batches. Your classes started very recently. You have to learn a lot. However, still happy that you participated today. You learned some basics of how to look at the question. This happens every Sunday. We call it as a Sunday prayers. So you can come here for Sunday prayers to listen about people who cleared the exam, how people are preparing, how to look at the question. Sometimes I bring a topic from the slides and we'll talk about the topic. However, it is a good, nice session to at least see how things are moving. Yeah.